How to prevent Firefox converting localhost/*als into search queries. Since upgrading from Firefox 3.6.x, my address bar has a quirk that never used to be there. When I type in, for example, Firefox turns it into a search query. My search engine is Google. To work around this, after forgetting I need to do this almost every time for FF, I must type in. This way, I am directed correctly to my localhost server. I don't need to do this for any other browser, and I thought this q/ on URL trimming might change the behavior, but it didn't. Any ideas on how I can prevent localhost from being turned into a search query?
Type about column config in the URL bar. In the filter search box, type browser.fixup.alternate.suffix. Double-click this entry to edit it and remove .com. Now your localhost file should work without having to add http://.
If you still want to be able to search from the address bar, but you also want to be able to open local URLs, you can set the about column config property browser. Fixup DNS_first_for_single_words to true, which will do a DNS query for single words like localhost or server, and only turn it into a search if the DNS query fails. This gives you the best of both worlds. You can still search from the address bar, but if you put in the name of a machine on your lawn, then you'll just connect to that instead, assuming your DNS or hosts file is set up correctly, of course.
In the location bar, type about config and press enter. The about config, this might void your warranty, warning page may appear. Click I'll be careful, I promise, to continue to the about config page. In the search field, type keyword.enable. Double-click the keyword.enable preference to set its value to false. Please note that this will also prevent things that aren't URL-like from being used as search terms. For example, after making this change, if you type, how to tell if an egg is boiled, in the search bar, you'll just get a DNS error. Other answers on this page give a way to attempt your suffixless server name without modification. Let's say you have a server in your domain called GIT. When you type just GIT and there is a DNS problem, instead of navigating to www.git.com, you'll just get a DNS error page. Solution from Mozilla.
I know this is kind of a weird solution, but you can map localhost.com to 127.0.0.1 with your %window%/system32/drivers/etc/hosts file. Start Notepad as administrator, by using the context menu on top of it in the Start menu, and open the file %window%/system32/drivers/etc/hosts, then add an entry like this to the end of the file. Save. Now you should be able to use localhost.com in place of localhost, which Firefox shouldn't complain about. Note that this works for practically any domain name you want, so you can make it shorter.
As said here, type about column config in the URL bar. Create Boolean parameter. Browser.fixup.domain whitelist.domain_name. Replace domain_name with your local domain name, like localhost, comma. Set new parameters value to true.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.